All right, first and foremost, as always, I have to give all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wawakakwadash. Peace, blessings, much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth. To the rest of the church who believe as well, you men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters also. And the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, aka the book of Sirach, chapter 22 and verse 25. I will not be ashamed to defend a friend, neither will I hide myself from him. Let's just cut it straight. A lot of men who claim to be brethren in this ministry, you suck as a brethren. You suck as a brethren if you do not stand up for a man in this truth who you know has been a decent brother to you. You know he's shown a pattern of good works, but then you'll hear someone tarnishing his name, tarnishing his reputation, and you don't say nothing. You don't say anything good to help kindle the fire. You don't say anything good to help sway the direction of negativity, because maybe when someone is being spoken evil of, maybe it's not true. And if you're a witness of a brother showing good works, but then you hear something about a man that's negative, and in your mind that doesn't sit right. Hold on, that doesn't sound like this brother. Or, okay, it might sound like this brother, but it's not that dramatic how he's explaining it, or whatever the case may be. A lot of men in this world, if they don't like you, they'll find any reason to not like you. And that same thing applies in this truth. You have men in this ministry who may not really like you. So the second that they could find a flaw, or the second that they think they could find a one up on you, they'll use that as a way of pretty much outcasting you and looking at you like you're nobody. They want everybody else to feel about you how they feel about you, because they got demons on them. There's been men in this ministry who've had their names just totally tarnished, and you don't hardly hear any men speaking up for them. You hardly hear any man saying anything good for these brethren, and all they're doing is serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, just like we are. And I tell you what, man, the people in this world, some of them show more brotherly love than a lot of you men in this ministry. You know, I will not be ashamed to defend a friend, neither will I hide myself from him. So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 22 and verse 25. Now let's stay in the book of Sirach. Chapter 6 and verse 15. Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. So what is a sign of a faithful friend? If someone is speaking ill of your name, they'll stand up for you. They'll say something good in your case. You have a lot of men in this ministry, they just backbite, they gossip, they're worse than women. There are women in this ministry with more faith, more integrity than some of you men. And a lot of men are going to be found out. A lot of men are jealous of other men. A lot of men are just low key, just bitch made. Okay? And what do I mean by that? You ain't got no love for the brotherhood. You're a tyrant as a camp leader. Okay? You think everything is about you. When someone has something ill to say of your brother or one of the brethren in this ministry, instead of, saying positive things that you witnessed, You just let the negativity spread. You don't say anything. Okay? You might be around and, just throwing something out there. You might be around a group of men, speaking of a brother you may know or a brother you've watched before, and he may say something like, man, that brother's lessons, man, that man be going off in his teachings. But you've watched his videos and you'd be like, I don't think he's going off. I've seen his videos. He seems on point to me. Or, yeah, I've met him before. Something about that guy's kind of off. I don't see what's off with the man. When I'm around him, I love his energy. When I'm around him, we vibe. But a lot of people in this world, when people speak evil of somebody, they just let it go on. They don't say nothing because they're not faithful friends. A lot of people can say they have friends. In reality, they don't have friends. Okay, because a friend is someone who's going to be faithful unto you. Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. So you can't pay for that. Okay, a faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. So where do you find a faithful friend? You find a faithful friend amongst the believers. You're not going to find a faithful friend in this world. It's not going to happen. Okay, you may find people who say, oh shit, I'm a real nigga. Shit, I've always been loyal to mine. Yeah, people can talk and say whatever they want. The only real faithful friends are those who have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in them. Even us who were in the world, okay? At one time, we were actually friends, but we were always around people who took advantage of that. We were around people who made it hard for us to be friends because they themselves didn't know how to be a friend. But in this ministry, what you have to understand is a part of receiving salvation and deliverance, a part of receiving the kingdom of heaven is being brotherly, having brotherly love, being affectionate. Some of us come from, backgrounds of, street culture. Some of us come from backgrounds of college. Some of us come from backgrounds of being raised in foster care. Some of us come from backgrounds of whatever it may be. You may have had a hard background or a softer background, however you've come up. It doesn't give a man an excuse not to be brotherly because he came up hard. It doesn't give a man an excuse to be a fake ass nigga because most people he's came across in his life have done him dirty. So it's made him a scumbag. Okay? A friend is a faithful friend all the time. And a faithful friend will defend someone who is his friend. And a lot of men in this ministry, when someone ends up, on the negative end and people have something negative to say, many men will be around this guy, will say how great of a guy he is. But then when he's casted out, no one has anything good to say about him. Okay? Because a lot of guys are just fans. And that's an acronym for fake ass niggas. Okay? Fake ass niggas, man. A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. And imagine a faithful friend who would defend you. How much of a medicine of life would that be unto your reputation? Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. So you want to be upright. You want to be a good brother. Okay? You want to be an example. You want to be someone who's dependable, someone who, if someone speaks ill of you, it's not because of what you've actually done. It's because they got demons on them. Okay, it's because of their jealousy. It's because of their uncomfortableness being around you. Okay. Trying to think if this is John or First John that I want to go to. It had to be John. John chapter 15 and verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. There's no greater love than a man who's willing to die for his brethren. Okay? And you have men in this truth. Not only are they not willing to die for their brethren, they're not willing to defend their brethren. They're not willing to stand up for their brethren. Now, it's one thing if your brethren is in the wrong. It's one thing if your brethren is actually living based off of what negative things people may be saying. But if you know a brother is known for having good works, you know a brother has been good unto you, but then someone's saying, oh, he ain't a good brother, he sucks, he's this and that, but you have nothing good to say about him, that shows a lot about you. And that's why me, man, I'm gonna be real. You know, I beat on myself a lot. You know, the only time I want to be around somebody is if I know you're a believer. If you're not a believer, and then even then, you know, you have to be a believer with good works, because a lot of Israel, they not who they say they are. They not willing to lay down their life for the brotherhood. You have a lot of men in this truth. They're not willing to lay down their life for this ministry if it came down to that. Yeah, you may want the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, you may want to rule, but you're not willing to go through the suffering to show that you love Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, to show your obedience to the Lord. You know, a lot of men are not willing to go through that. All right. That's why the Lord is dealing with austere men, real men. And all you weak ass men of this world, you're going to be moved out the fucking way, man. All you men who suck as being a friend. Okay, you're a horrible friend. You're a scumbag. You're a thief. Okay, you're a backstabber. You're a gossiper. Okay, you're effeminate. You're soft and wet behind the ears. Lord is going to kill you. The ultimate form of showing that we love the ultimate way of us showing that we love one another is being willing to lay down our lives one for another. And you'll have guys say, I mean, I hear that, but why would I want to lay down my life for a man I've never met? That's funny. You're not in the spirit. And you're going to see why I say that here in a minute. Greater love, John 15 and 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servants knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. So the secrets are being made known unto the Lord's servants, the prophets, really the Lord's friends, the prophets. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit shall remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that ye love one another. So we have to love one another. And there's no greater love that you can show towards your brother than being able to say, you know what, brother, I'm willing to lay down my life for you. And you've heard me say that, how I'm willing to lay down my life for you, brothers. And then in your mind, you might say, what does that mean? Let's put it like this. You know, in my spirit, let's say let's say you brothers, along with me, we all got snatched up by Esau together, right? And Esau was like, I'll let all of you live, but one of you has to die. I'll lay down my life for you brothers, man. For you believers out there. Not you men who's lollygagging, but for the elect. Whoever the elect may be, through the spirit, since I don't know who the elect may be, but whoever the elect may be, the Lord knows who I'm speaking to. I would lay down my life for those men and those women, those sons, those daughters. Okay? And I mean that. All right? Now, First John chapter 4 and 12. No man hath seen the power at any time. So just as we haven't seen Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in his flesh, some of us haven't even met each other. So you might say, shoot, why would I lay down my life for a man I've never even met? Well, how could you serve a power that you've never seen? How can you say that you love a power that you've never seen? What's the difference, right? No man hath seen the power at any time. If we love one another, the power dwelleth in us, and his love is perfect in us. Let's go down to 20. First John chapter 4 and 20. If a man say, I love you. If a man say, I love the power and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love the power whom he hath not seen? So brothers may not have met, but you've seen the brother's videos. You've seen what the brother's talking about. You've seen the spirit that the brother comes in, right? But then you hate this man. But then you claim to love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? A lot of men are going to be found out here in these last days that they're frauds and phonies. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 36. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto me of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me. So how you treat brothers is a reflection of how you're treating Yahweh Shai, because each one of the brethren represent Yahweh Shai. So if you hear someone speaking ill of Yahweh Shai, you're going to want to say something, right? But if someone's speaking ill of your brother and it's unjust, it's not right, why don't you stand up for him? How can you claim to love the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, who you haven't seen, but you don't love your brother? You see his videos, you see him in the flesh. He serves Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, but you claim you love the Lord. Okay? Verse 41. Then shall I say also unto them, the left hand depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, and prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, ye clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not. And this is what a lot of you fake ass men are likened unto. You're likened unto someone who left Yahweh Shai just high and dry, man. Because of how you treat a brother is a reflection of what you're doing to the Lord. Okay? Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to me of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into everlasting life. So, anytime you've spoken ill of a brother without cause, you've spoken ill on Yahweh Shai. Anytime you've heard of brothers having their names slandered and tarnished, okay, people slandering their reputation, and you've said nothing, you basically didn't stand up for the Lord either. Okay? because each one of us is a member of the body of Yahweh Shai. Okay? So how you treat one is likened unto how you're treating the Lord. You can't go on the streets, teach, do lessons throughout the week, and then you have hatred in your heart towards brethren who are doing this work right along with you. Now, you may have brothers that you connect with more than others. That's fine. But just because you may not connect with a brother, if he's teaching the truth, if he's not committing adultery, he ain't doing all this wickedness, what's the problem? You know? A lot of men, they just have a evil spirit on them, and the Lord's going to do away with a lot of Israelites, man, because a lot of Israelites just don't know how to be a friend. It's not in a lot of our people to be a brother. Let's just cut it straight and dry. So Lord willing, this lesson, it was simple and edifying. I'm going to go on ahead and wrap it up and give all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wa Rakakwadash. Shalom.